I've done that wrong already. This is how particular I get over my notes. I'm a potato, what are you? Cheese. Cheese is life. When they say high school goes fast, it goes fast. Hi guys and welcome to my channel, and I thought I'd kick off my new channel by doing two things that I love in one video. Answering questions. I got people on my Instagram, Snapchat, and while they're asking me questions, I'm going to be going through my science revision book, and I'm just going to go over things that I did year 9 and stuff like that, so I've got an idea of what I'm doing. And also our teachers requested that we learn required practical, and there's a few in a couple of topics that I like, so I've decided I'm just going to go through and learn them. So we're going to get going. In case you're wondering what this is, I've got music on in my earphones because I revise better with my music on. So it's basically to stop me from getting copyrighted. So I'm basically just going to go over cells and do the onion cell practical. Fusion osmosis active transport. So they're the 3 topics I'm going to be doing today. Just to sort of give my mind a bit of a wake up, because I've not done much work, as you'll find out by one of the questions, as I've already seen. So I think we're going to get started with the questions. So the first one I've got is, am I going back to school on the 15th? Honestly, I don't think so. My sister's meant to be going back next week and she's not going back, so I don't know whether I am or not, just to put that sure. And then to link in with what I've just said, am I doing all the schoolwork set? Well, I'm just going to give you the long answer to this one. I'm up to date on maths. I'm massively behind on English. Science, I'm near enough up to date. Geography, I'm 1 task behind. Spanish, I'm up to date. Animal care, I've got a third of a task left to do. BTEC sport, I'm 9 lessons behind. So the answer to that, no. Right, so now I'm just going to get started and try and learn to multitask. In case anyone's asking what revision materials I'm using, I use these Wilco pastel highlighters, and then I've just got a new pack of these Home Bargain neon ones, and I use my Crystal Original colours. And then to write with, I use these, you see me use them in school, and I've just got Staedtler pencil, ruler, and then I've got these Friction pastel highlighter things. Let's go. Oh, I've done that wrong already. This is how particular I get over my notes. Right, so for a lot of my notes, my title will look something like that, or something quite fancy because I like showing off. Oops. So my next question is, how do I organise my revision timetable? So first of all, I'm just going to get an example of my revision timetable. But if you know me from school, you'll know that I made these for my sport exam that I took back in March. But I got a distinction. And it was mainly because I sort of kept myself organised, knew what I had to learn, and learned it all. But what I did is I took it a topic at a time. I've got a bit of a key at the top, and I basically just did it a topic at a time. Okay, so editing me here, ignore how many times I say a topic at a time and ignore how many times I flex. It really is annoying. Anyway, back to the video. And I did it as we learned it. So we learned some of this early year 9. So what I did is I basically went through, knew what we learned in year 9, and I basically just colour coded from there. And then the stuff that we learnt on our last lesson before the exam, I revised last. So I just sort of kept myself organised, and I sort of did it a topic at a time. How many times did I have to say a topic at a time? It's probably really annoying now. As you can see here, I scheduled in all my time. So like here I'd have dance on both weeks, as you can see. I'd have sport intervention after school. I left all here blank because I didn't know whether I'd have all the content done, which I had all the content done by here because I was running slightly ahead of timetable, and I was working longer than I should have because I was getting into it. And as you can see here, I gave myself an hour before bedtime for free time. Trampolining on a Wednesday, Saturday, Sunday here, I give myself free time. So yeah, hopefully that answers it. Need any more, message me, you know who I am. So the next one's, how do I stay organised throughout the year? I have an academic diary, I have a calendar. I also make like notes in my planner of things that I need to know. Let me actually go get my planner. So I've got my planner, and basically what I do is, like, say if a teacher's going to be off, I will write down the task that they set, if they set it before they go off. And I also make sure that I note my homework, and I got in bad habits of not doing it before we finished. So like here, and if it's not set like they say it's going to be, I'll note that it's not set. But there was one half term where I was given a homework that was extended, and I made sure that I noted that. But also I colour code my notes so that I can just see at a glance which topics were. And also I keep files. So this is just one of my files. It's from B&M. I bought it early last year. And I just keep all my home learning stuff in it. So like I was doing circle theorem revision the other week, geography, Spanish, my animal care exam questions and research, and then my sport notes. I just sort of keep it all in individual little wallets. When we go back, I can just sort of grab it out if the teacher wants to see it. So yeah, I just keep it in that. But I think for next year, I'm gonna try and aim to have a file for a subject. Don't know if that's a bit excessive, but I like being organised, so I'll probably do that as well. Right, so I think we're gonna start with cells now. So like on this page here, I'm just giving it as an example. There's 3 different subtopics on this page. So the topic would be cells. The 3 subtopics are organisms being made of cells, eukaryotic cells and prokaryotic cells. So what I'll do is, for the first little introduction about things being made of cells, I'll do that in one colour. Then I'll use another colour for eukaryotic and another colour for prokaryotic. So like I'll do that. So like I'll write my title out like that. And then quite often what I'll do is I'll take a highlighter colour, so I'm just going to use purple again because it's easy of access. And I'll underline the title in the colour. So that'll mean that whole subtopic will be purple. Another question's what is my favourite subject? At the minute I'd say BTEC sport, honestly. It was science for a long time last year, and it was going into this year, to be fair. And then I discovered the joyous thing that is the BTEC sport exam unit. I loved that unit. Actually, I think I might take it for A level with biology and chemistry. That's the plan right now, and I'm hoping to stay on at my school to do that. But I'm in year 10, don't know what's going to happen next year. Yeah. So my favourite subject's BTEC sport. Favourite way to revise science. Most science topics, I will make notes or mind maps. And then for any key terms, I will put them on a flashcard and like try and get it so it's like together. So like I haven't got a stapler, so I like fold the corner or something. So it's all sort of together and then it'll go away. Is it possible to make a human using all the body parts and organs and stuff to do so? First of all, really random. Second of all, yeah. What maths revision techniques do you find best? So, for when I was revising maths in year 9, our school's got something called Maths Watch. And yes, the woman's voice is horrible, but for my year 9 exam, I'd make notes like this. So as you can see, it's all sort of colour coded and stuff, as I always keep my stuff. But I make notes, or I'll do little flashcards for equations and stuff. That's basically how I revise maths. And I find it works. And I'll also sit there and read my maths one of this. I'm a potato, what are you? Cheese. Cheese is life. And that's all from my Instagram. So now I'm going to go over onto my other Instagram account. Why do I care about school so much? Because it sort of shapes my future, kind of. How many hours of revision do you do on a normal day? Between 2 and 3 hours. How many awards do I have? First of all, this section is not to flex. I've got 6 awards here. I've got a big shield, and then I've got 4 of them, and then this one. I've got a first and a second in trampoline, and that's my dance participation thing. Got my team captain badge here as well from year 7. When they say high school goes fast, it goes fast. I've got numerous certificates. I can't be bothered to go and pick up the thing. But there's about 39 plastic wallets, double-sided, of certificates in there. Not flexing or not, and someone genuinely asked this. My sportswoman shield from last year. Need to go back when we go back to school, so sad. I've got a Spirit of the Games from year 6 sports day. So, too many to count, basically. Because even though I've got 39 double pages, some of them have got more than one per size. If you get what I mean? So there's that. Editing me back
Finally, I've shut up about them damn awards. I'm sorry I had to put up with that.
Now I'm moving on to the questions I was asked on Snapchat, so this is going to be fun. The ones on here are good. Just going to do a little bit more of this and then we'll answer a few more questions. Also, to help with colour coding, try to use the corresponding colour of pen to the corresponding colour of highlighter. So what I'll do is I'll write the keyword and then I'll highlight it. Or if I don't fancy writing the keyword in the colour, I'll just underline it with it. And it all sort of just looks aesthetic as I'm looking down the page. So I've decided I'm going to answer another question now. Favourite animal? My mum's 2 African greys, they're adorable. Yeah. Poppy and Archie are adorable. Yeah, I'd probably say that. Favourite activity during lockdown? I've been enjoying going in my back garden practising dancing. I've been picking the keyboard back up and I've been drawing actually, to be fair. And I also like revising and stuff. This is the question I was thinking about last night. If you could go back in time and give yourself one piece of advice, what would it be? Genuinely, don't be so hard on yourself. Like, I remember thinking that I did so bad in mock sets that we did. I've still got them under my bed. So I was reading through them last night. And some of them are like 24 out of 35 and I'm there like, why did I think that was bad? I do worse than that now. So like, really, don't be so hard on yourself. I know I'm hard on myself now, but that's just because I want the grades badly. Like, I'm trying to get the grades that I want because I need to get, I think it's double sevens to be able to do, double sevens in science to be able to do science A level. So I've got to work. Am I a geek? Yeah, genuinely. So I'm just going to do a little bit more of this. I'm trying to multitask but struggling. Next question, what's my favourite style of dance and why? Honestly, I'd say tap. Quite controversial as I've seen on TikTok. Genuinely because I've picked it up the easiest out of the 3. You don't have to be flexible and I'm really not flexible. I just enjoy it.
Just because I said I enjoy tap doesn't mean I don't enjoy ballet or jazz either. It's just I enjoy tap the most, if you get what I mean.
I've been wanting to do it for years. Just haven't got the courage to do it. And I love the sound of it. But yeah, I'd say tap. What's my favourite season and why? This is hard. I like all seasons for different reasons. Spring, my birthday. Summer, warm weather, school holidays. Autumn, it's just gorgeous. Halloween, winter, Christmas, it was the season that I went to Disneyland Paris, which are some of the best memories I've ever had, and yeah. And also for the summer, our big end of school year trips are just boss.
Just to expand on that, the atmosphere before we leave in that canteen is electric. There's nothing like it.
Who is my inspiration? Well, it depends what you're talking about, but there's a pair that I've spoken about a lot on my Instagram stories, Helena and Martin, but their channel's amazing, honestly. So yeah, probably same. If I could change one thing about the world, what would it be? I'm gonna have to think about this one. I really don't know. If I could change one thing about the world, what would it be? Gun laws in America. Since I'm such a nice person, they really need to like banish guns completely, honestly. What is my favourite skincare product? My niacinamide by The Ordinary. If you know me, my skin used to be so bad. So I started using this about maybe a month ago. And my skin has completely cleared up. Don't know whether you can tell from photos or anything, but my skin has practically cleared up. This here is when I hit my head on my keyboard and I picked it up and I just sort of scraped my nose. Got a couple like here. But other than that, my skin is basically clear now. And it's like, it's done a miracle for my skin. So I'd probably say my Ordinary niacinamide. Best subject. Well, if we're talking grades, science and sport. Science, my target was a 5 from year 7. If you don't know the new grading system of 5s, high C, low B, I think. So then there's me, walks into science after we've been set. Like in year 7, we got set at the start of year 7. And I get the highest in my class, and then I get put in set 1. Have this legend of a teacher, always a legend. If you know him, he's a legend. But then I was getting quite high grades. I was above my aspirational target, which was like a 6. And then year 8 comes and I get a 6 again. My target's a 5. Then we did the transition unit in year 9 because we started GCSEs in year 9. So we did our transition unit, and then I did that exam, got a 6, expected an 8 for GCSE. And then all the way through year 9, I got 7s, 8s and 9s. My target was a 5. So I did rubbish in my SATs. I was thinking, oh, they don't mean anything. They determine your target grades. So take my word for it. Do not do crap in your SATs like me. And then we came into this year, I was getting 7s and 9s again. So I go and speak to the teacher and I go, look, my target is a bit ridiculous now. My target's like a 5. And on my report, I'm on like 7s and 8s. I go, can you move my target up? He goes, I don't know, I'll have to speak. And they moved my target from a 5 to a 7 in the space of 2 weeks. Honestly, my target got moved from a 5 to a 7. I was thinking, yeah, it's going to go up to a 6. It's going to be fine. Got moved up to a 7. And so I'm still working at an 8. And then sport, I'm mainly saying that because of my exam. Because every single past paper I did before the exam, I got a distinction. Even in my mock, I got a distinction. And then it came to the real thing. I spent 54 hours revising, got a distinction. Just shows you that the work you put in actually pays off. Don't just take it from me, just try it. I tried it with maths. I didn't revise for my first topic exam in maths. I got a 5-. I revised for an hour the night before and I've been getting 7+s ever since. Honestly, do it. It works. Like, I've noticed it works. So that's that. So honestly, revision works. What do I want to be when I'm older? Well, the way I'm going into sixth form, I have 2 options. I want to do biology, chemistry, sport, because I either want to do biochemistry or I want to do physiotherapy. I want to be a biochemist or a physiotherapist. What's school like? It can be boring, but some lessons are actually really quite interesting. Like, I've been enjoying the sport exam unit. Don't know how many times I've said that.
I think I've said that too many times.
But I really enjoyed the sport exam unit.
And again.
A lot of it links into science as well, so I found a topic in science quite easy from it. Single or taken? Single. How's quarantine? Boring. Honestly though, I'm so bored now. I thought, yeah, we're gonna get out of school. I'll be so focused. I'll be on track with me subjects and everything. Never did I expect to be 9 lessons behind in BTEC Sport. I think I've overcomplicated what I've done for BTEC Sport though. I think I've written down more than I really should have. And I'm massively behind in English. And yeah, so quarantine's crap. Really wish lockdown's lifted now. Last question. Best methods for revising for exams. Gonna keep this one short and simple. Flashcards, mind maps, notes. Genuinely, I haven't got any flashcards on me for an example. But for my mind maps, I'll do things a bit like that. A bit fancy and stuff. But they work. And for my notes.
If you want to know what my notes look like, I'll link below my revision Instagram. So I don't know how to get images on the screen. And you can go and have a look over there.
So I'm just going to do a bit of a revision thing and then we're going to end off the video. So that's sort of the first subtopic done. So what I'll do is, I've got the notes. So now what I'm going to do with my notes is I'm going to go through and highlight keywords. So now you'll see that I've sort of underlined any keywords. You'll just sort of see like purple sort of shadow things. So now I'm going to go on to the 2 different types of cell. So I've just done this sort of top bit there. I've just got to do that, but it shouldn't take me too long, so it's quite a strong topic of mine. So now what I'll do is I'll take a different colour highlighter. So now I'm taking pink, and that will be my colour for my next topic, or my next subtopic. So I'll put pink like for this topic. This is when I get to put my drawing skills into play. Now I'm counting them because I've got to have an even amount of each. Right, so since it's 45 minutes long so far, this video, I think I'm just going to leave this one here. So that's what the notes are looking like so far. So I've just started drawing this cell, if you couldn't see. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. It's something a little bit different. I quite enjoy filming it. I thought I'd be able to multitask more than I have. I am going to do more videos like this in the future, so if you've got any other video suggestions, comment below and I'll try my best to do them. And other than that, hopefully you enjoyed the video. Smash that like and subscribe button, and hopefully see you in my next video. Bye!